We're back. We're doing more. Wait, no, not bonus. Moon. Let's do a new level. Create. Blank. I don't think I need a background this time, but I do need background music. Let me get that going. Tonight, we're making a mech. So, first thing, I need a grid. That should be good. Just a grid. So the idea is I want legs. Actually, wait, let me pull up. I have notes. I did not open my notes. Okay, so the goals. Walking. Weapons. And then I'll leave the other things, because the other things aren't necessarily like the mandatory things you expect from a mech. So I'll just leave those as surprises. But the basics of a mech, walking and weapons, because that's what mechs are. They're walking weapons. They're tanks with legs. So let's start on that basic idea. A tank with legs. I may or may not take that very literally, but for now. Okay. Trying to remember how to do this. So it should just be. So for the type I want to make as like practice, you know, first mech, first burp. We'll make a box. We'll make. I just realized this might not look as cool as I wanted it to. Whatever. Okay. Maybe the box is longer than I need it to be, but whatever. Okay. Then we need the other leg. Or I think for a basic mech, we can just do a foot. Or maybe a foot and a half. Measurement joke. Maybe I'll do a little bit more back this way. Now, I realized this game doesn't really have rubber. Like, rubber is right here. Basic rubber. But it's like polystyrene, where there's no rubber category. Glass, wood, stone, sponge, one extra polystyrene, metal and cardboard. In fact, I could have sworn that this was a rubber, but it's not. Gecko skin edge. So I guess I'll just give it basic rubber feet. I'm gonna make it out of basic materials anyway, but when I make the cool looking one, I may just have to still make its feet rubber. Basic rubber. Okay. I think I can make it look a little cooler if I do like this. Yeah, that looks a little nicer. I can even give it a little bevel. No, not like that. Just like that. That's pretty much how I made all my mechs back in the day. It was just a box with its corners cut off. Yeah, I think it's weird that there's like no other rubber. That's also weird how off the grid the point moving tool seems to go. But then you're not on the grid. What? Okay, whatever. So there's a foot. Here's where the body is going to be. And I think I saw someone do this, or like this was how a tutorial I saw did it. So when you're making a leg, you want to just glue it to some black matter or dark matter so it doesn't move, or it at least doesn't fall. And that way you can like properly sync stuff, because that's the real challenge of making a mech. Synchronization. Actually, let me get that out of the way for a sec. I'm gonna put down a piston. reminded myself of the Crash 2 stage I hate. Piston it away. Hate those pistons. I mean, like, it's not a bad stage, but trying to get 100% in the game, that stage is really annoying. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, maybe I don't need it to be that long. Although it is going to have nice long strides, but I'm going to shorten it just a little bit. I feel like I'm doing like an actual tutorial. I'm just going off of what I've seen other people do and what I remember doing. So like, I absolutely can't take credit for this if it works correctly. I will take credit if it doesn't work though, because that would definitely be my fault. Okay, so the thing with pistons is that you gotta set the synchronization, because otherwise, oh, I forgot. There's another setting you need to check. Very nicely, unsuggestively named. Is it stiff? Why, yes, it is. Always stiff. Honestly, I forgot that pistons can even do that, because why would you not want a piston to do that? If you don't want it to be stiff, you would use a winch. That is what they're called, right? I feel like a sprung bolt. I was like, well, do I remember everything else right? Yes, you would use a winch. It's like a rope, but it goes in and out. Otherwise known as like a soft piston. Okay, so the thing with pistons... Oh, that's still not working right. Did I not set the second one to be stiff? I'm pretty sure I set it to be stiff. Is it stiff? Yes. I don't know why it's working like that. That should not be. It's okay. I have a plan. I have an idea. A way I can fix this. Crap. Wait, no. It's like, oh crap. If you corner edit something and you move the edge away from where a thing is connected, that it'll disconnect. But no, I forgot. That's not connecting to this. It's connecting to this. That might help. Okay, then. Well, you know something else. Something else that I can do now that it's wider. Let me get this decoration out of the way again. I can have a spring, which is kind of like a piston, but it doesn't go in and out on its own. You can use this to prevent something you don't want moving from moving, or at least, you know, wobbling around, but still going up and down or left and right. You know, lock it to an axis, basically. I'll just let that front panel fall. I am not sure what is going on. Maybe cardboard is too weak. Let me make it out of wood. And just how suggestive tonight. I did not think about how suggestive tonight would be. I mean, is it stiff? Make it out of wood? What is going on? This is better, but that's not, it's not good. That's not good. I don't know why the pistons don't seem to be working right. Like, I swear it's ignoring the stiffness setting. But anyway. So... I don't... obviously, maximum length is where it stops extended, and then minimum length where you want it to stop when it's the most retracted. So but I'm trying to remember which of these defaults to the length you set it to when you initially build it. Which does it assume you want to go out, or does it assume you want to go in? And I think the problem it's having is that it's trying to go out, but there is no space. It has no mouth and must scream. So I think I want to turn this down, 6.6. And then this can go all the way down to 0. And the tricky thing about that is that that doesn't mean that it's going to... I can actually move this. That doesn't mean that it's going to go like this. It means it's going to go like this. So you've always got to have that one block gap of space. I think I could do the same here. 16.8. And then this can go down to 0. Yeah, that's kind of working. It seems like the stiffness setting is no longer being ignored. It's not happy, but it's better. Not great, but better. I think maybe another thing I can do is... Oh gosh, Metal Gear Solid music. Let me turn that to glass. Do you operate better? Do you slide nicer? Yes. Okay, actually, I think I may have wanted to keep the length, the maximum setting what it defaulted to, because you can see it's not hitting the end there. Yeah. So let me just, I can do this. Oh, now it's poking through. Is it even connected right? I don't even... Okay, whatever. It should be fine. What? No, that's not right. All right, let me make a new one. If I remember right, if you hold... And assuming this isn't another thing that's in Little Big Planet 2 that I didn't realize wasn't in this game. Hold A when you do that? Never mind. Guess that's not in this game. Supposed to go right to the tweak settings menu. It did not. Still not really thrilled with it. It's like it's ignoring the stiffness setting again. I have no idea why. This would be so much easier in Little Big Planet 2 because there were like tools for this. They have like... Is it playing Chrysalis of Eternity again? Yes, that's Chrysalis of Eternity. Nice. Yeah, there were things that Little Big Planet 2 adds that makes this... Like, I know exactly how I could fix this in Little Big Planet 2. I do not have that power in this game. But that's fine. So now you can see it's going in and out. I don't know why I rewound. That's not how you take a step. You don't raise your foot and then put it right back down where it started. So we need to do the synchronization. What's synchronization? No clue. Pause for 2 seconds. Yeah. No. No. Sync. Okay. That should do it, though. No? maybe I do one pause. And pause for 2 seconds. Take a step back. Foot up. Foot, no. Oh, maybe I need the other, okay, hang on. Maybe I need the upper part to pause. Foot up. Foot forward. Foot. What if they both... See, this is the scientific process. You just gotta keep working on it until it works. Down, back, up, forward, foot down, back, up. That should work. Okay. I still don't like the tilt the foot is having, but it's fine. I thought this was gonna be the easy one. I thought this was gonna be the easy option for legs. And it's fooling me. It's making me a fool. Yeah, I don't... Hang on, wait. Maybe not that. What if I did backwards? That feels correct. My brain is saying yes. I probably should have left the dark matter just to make sure I could sync them, but we'll roll with it. I did not want to rotate it. Hang on. This game's really highlighting my obsessive-compulsive tendencies. You know, the exact ways in which I have compulsions to do things that don't make sense. It's like, well, why you need the wood pattern to all face the same direction? I don't know, but I do. Actually, maybe what if I like that, and then like that. Okay. Can you walk? Why are you not strong enough to lift yourself? I'd make a sad face if I could emote in create mode. Fine. What if you're made of metal? An objective downgrade to its aesthetic. Unless you like your mechs to look like they're made out of ground beef. Yeah, I seriously thought this was gonna be the easy way to make a thing walk, and now it's spitting in my face. It's saying no, it's not easy. It's like, okay, fair, fine. How about I give you a little bit of encouragement? Actually, I'm gonna get rid of that, and then I forgot it does that. That's kind of annoying. I can leave that glass. It'll be fine. Probably. We can count this as part of also making it look cooler. So I will... Wait, Guess I'll do that is what I'll do. Can I like... Did that work? Yeah. Okay, but then I gotta move it out of the way. Then glue this in place. Glue that in place. No. Okay. Get you out of the way. It's fine. So that should help. Probably. Maybe I want to make that like a little longer. Nope, come on. Yeah, I forgot how unwieldy the corner edit tool is in this game. Jeez. Make that, oh, come on. Okay, how about now? You like that? No, no, it did not. It really did not like that. Okay, it's fine. It's only been 20 minutes. It's fine. I genuinely cannot figure out how to get this to stop doing what it's doing. So let's start over. Let's do this. Let's do what I thought was going to be the harder way of making legs, but apparently it's the easier way. So I'm going to make them out of wood. I trust wood this time. Hang on. I need some dark matter to attach it to first. That should be good. So, this is the real way you make legs. You make the upper leg. You make the lower leg. You make the foot. And I have spontaneously decided that the foot will look like this. Let me get this out of the way. I feel like I'm making it out of popsicle sticks. I kind of am. Okay. So. You, the foot, you be sprung bolt. In Little Big Planet 2, I would have just made this gyroscopic, but I don't have that option, so I'll just make do. That it should be fine. Motor bolt. Wait, no. Wobble bolt. Because, you know, wobble might make you think that it's the same as a sprung bolt, because sprung bolt stuff also wobbles. But the thing about these is that they're not loose. They're deliberate. So this now I'm trying to remember, like, what do I do for sync? Or sync the pause. I guess 2 seconds, that should be good enough. And then you... No, Ew. Yeah, it does not work how I thought it was going to be. A little less. That might work. You can also be pause and then you 2 second sync. I think one of these needs to be backwards, but we can figure that out later. Yeah, that's not quite right. Okay, I'll try making this one backwards. Maybe I should raise it up a little bit so it doesn't keep smacking its foot on the floor while I test it. It's kind of working. It's bending backwards, but it's kind of working. So, Maybe I don't want this to be backwards, but then I want it to be, instead of a 45-degree angle, be like that. Is that gonna work? Not quite. See, the thing is, you need the knee to bend when you're stepping forward, because that's how you prevent yourself from dragging your foot along the ground and pushing yourself backwards instead of forwards. Let me try like that. Try to get it to step forward a bit more with that limb. Yeah, like that. Yeah, this is operating the opposite of how I want it to, so maybe I do want it to be backwards. Like the timing is opposite. Maybe I don't want pause? No, I think I do want pause. That kind of worked as a step. No. No, it's backwards. And then extend. And then retract. Oh. Yeah. That's kind of working. It might work. If we get a second leg in there, that might constitute a walk. So let me paste that there so I can do this. Oh wait, now I can't get to the bolt. So I think I can do this if I flip that backwards and this backwards. Oh, yeah, now it's easier to see it as a walk cycle. Yeah, that's... synchronization on these is still just not right. See, it's not really working. It's kind of... Is it going higher now? What are you doing, legs? Oh, see, I noticed the problem is that the knee bolts are in sync, but they're in sync backwards. That's still not right. Okay, see, I'm thinking maybe I have to do it at a mirrored angle. So not 315, but 45? But still be backwards? No, that's not right, because now it's... So I can identify the problem. The problem is that... Wait, not the pause. I wanted to get rid of the sync. Do I put you at 2? Because the problem is that the knees are raising at the same time. That's not working either. You know, it needs to be a pattern, you know. Left leg raise, left leg go forward, left leg go down, right leg raise, right leg go forward, right leg down. But it's doing it where it's bringing the legs up at the same time, and that's not how you walk. I don't know about you, but that's not how I walk. See, there was one day where it just clicked in my head how this works, because I had realized how walking works, and I realized, like, oh, you want it to be like going in a, you want the foot to be going in a circle, so it's like, you know, it comes up, and then the leg moves it forward, and then it comes down, and the leg moves it backwards. And I'm struggling to get this to follow that synchronization. Because I just don't remember how to set wobble bolts up to do that. I cry into the wind because I don't remember how to do that. And like, the front leg is it should be fine. Maybe a little inefficient, but it should be fine. You know what I want to do, actually? I want to make this maybe wider. Which one is that? Or that, yeah. Because I want it to bend the knee in more, raise the foot more, and then go forward. And then the foot comes out. It looks really silly, because that's... You don't stretch your leg out that far when you walk, but if it works, it works. But it doesn't work yet. It's not at that point yet. I think maybe I need to turn the music up a little bit. I can't, hang on. YouTube's interface is getting in its own way. That was just a smidge louder, but it should be hearable. It should be audible now. Just like this, just like today's sponsor. Hey, when was the last time Audible actually sponsored someone? It's weird. I'm still thinking maybe I don't want it to pause. Because when it pauses... I don't know how I was going to end that thought. But it seems like the it seems like the pausing is part of the problem. Because I should just be able to get it to, with the sync, that the leg should... Now see, now it's like... Now it's kicking! Maybe I want this to be faster? Well, maybe not 3. No, that's not it at all. Slower then? Maybe you faster. No. I feel like this music is actually making it harder to think. Wait. What if I do pause, but I make it faster? Yeah, that's working. I mean, it's going out when it should be going in, but maybe if I invert? Up, and then over, and then out, down. Kind of. I think I need to improve the angle. In, maybe? Well, now it's backwards again. This is why I'm not an engineer. I don't have the patience for figuring stuff out on my own like this. And up, and down, and nope. I cannot overstate how much I thought I would remember how to do this, and how much I thought we would be on making the mech actually look good now. I think I'm getting close. Let me get this out of here. So what was the problem with it being backwards again? Actually, I don't think that's a problem. I think I just need to get the upper part to point the right direction now. Maybe more like that. Maybe you're the backwards one. No, you don't go down when you go up. When you go forward. You go in when you go forward, and then down when you go up, or in. Kind of. I'm starting to think part of my problem was that I built the leg as it's like one stick when I maybe need it to start off at an angle. I'm sorry, Josh Jepson, but I need it to go at an angle. I don't know how I want to do that cleanly. I guess I kind of have no choice but to just rip this off and then like I said no grid. Last time was so easy. All I had to do was just add wheels to things and then throw it off a ramp, and now I'm like, It's genuinely hard. I think that reset some of the settings, maybe. That might work. And this is still operating counterintuitively. I'm gonna see if I can find a guide again. Here's someone. I'm looking at a video of someone who's... Oh, that's Little Big Planet 2. But they're... Actually, it's Little Big Planet 3, I think. Wait, is it? I'm confusing myself. It is not... It does not have its legs the way I want to do it, where they're, you know, like actual legs. They're making it like 2D legs, where you see both legs to the left and right of you. That's not what I want to do. And they also have it where the top part is rotating, but the bottom part is an in and out piston. That's not what I want to do. I mean, I can try it. I can see if I can get that to work. It seems easier. Then again, I thought this whole thing was going to be easy, so what do I know? Okay. Let's put the grid back on. Actually, I want the dark matter. Put that down. Make it out of wood. Just make it extend to here. Excuse me. So we do a piston for here. Wait, not motor. Wobble. Actually, no, hang on. I do want to modify the foot. That should be fine as a proof of concept. I don't need a fancy foot, probably. Wait. Just forgetting to even do this. Make it stiff. Make the spring stiff too. It can be 0 strength. The strength has nothing to do with how stiff it is. So... Which, now that I think about it, might have helped my other mech. Look at that. It's almost working. Almost. I didn't even have to change settings. It's 4 seconds. 4 seconds of one pause. How about no pause, man? What you gotta do? What's the guy gotta do to get no pausing around here? Maybe that was it. Is it like I have it go half as fast, but also, or twice as fast, but also wait the rest of the time? Down, in, over, down. Yeah, that's working. Okay, now the tricky thing. Getting another one to do the same thing. Oop. Right, okay. Maybe I should have... Well, I gotta grab the wobble bolt. Okay. Both of them had their angles completely screwed up. Wait, I can't do it with that one. I can't disconnect from that one. So let's just get you out of the way for a moment. Doing this in Little Big Planet 1 is definitely a challenge. Definitely making it more difficult. Because the lack of tools and the lack of, like, the little... Like not being able to make an object temporarily invisible. And the angle is still wrong. What are you doing? So it's going back to having that problem of both of them coming up when only one should be up. So maybe if I take it off the... Or maybe if I make this one 2-second sync. Up, down. Yeah, finally! Walking! And now I can change this. Change the dark matter to wood. Because now the answer to the question of will it walk is it would. But I know the problem with this is that it's gonna fall over. In fact, how about I just let you see it? Yeah. It's still moving. But it's more like it's more like Montgomery Gator in Security Breach. After you shatter him, you know, and he's just an upper body and he's moving around with just his arms. These aren't supposed to be arms and an upper body. It's supposed to be the legs. So I think we're also gonna take a page from a different page in Monty's book and give it a tail. That should help. I think I'll just turn off the grid and see if I can draw a nice tail. Kind of, not really. I'll give it a wheel. Is this cheating? Kind of. But I don't really have a way of making it not fall over, so step, step, step. Yeah. Finally. Legs. The sequel to Arms we've all been waiting for. Steps are bouncier than I thought they were going to be. I don't like that tail. I'd like it. I almost just want to just draw just like a stick. I made that thin, but it's fine. How am I gonna attach this without gluing it though? Actually, if I do that, is that gonna work? Yeah, I think that worked. It did not attach to the part I do not want it to attach to. And I'll just do this again. As long as the bolt is centered, the wheel should be fine. So I don't really have to line it up anywhere. Like, you can see the bolt is snapping to the middle. I forgot it did that. That's really nice. Step. 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 He's walking away. He's gonna just walk right off screen. Bye! Okay. So I've gone through all that trouble. I think that gave me my eureka moment. I think now I can make it work. Assuming I can remember what I just did. Right, it was twice as fast, but it had a 2-second pause. I think that's how I did it. So let me try that again with 2 wobble bolts, because it shouldn't really be a difference. It shouldn't really... It should still work the same. Also gonna make it like this. And can come down. And I'll just give it a big old rubber block for a foot. So then, wait, hang on. I need this to be glued. Wait, no I don't. That's gonna be a wobble bolt. A sprung bolt. And then you're a wobble bolt. A wobble bolt. A wobble bolt. And then we'll just bolt you to some dark matter. Okay. See, now this is gonna bend opposite to how it was bending before because it's on the other side of the thing. This one should be fine. Which way do you bend, leg? Oh, I gotta let go. The wrong way. You know, thinking back, I don't remember if there was like a difficulty curve to how the legs bent. I think I normally made them where they're like backwards bending legs, but I don't remember if I did that just because it looks cool or because it's harder to do human legs. Okay, so let's do that. 2-second pause, 2-second interval. And you have no pause. Okay, so the angles are the thing I think messing me up. Why are you like that? Aren't you supposed to be like... Actually, like that? Maybe less rotation. That is a very wobbly foot. Maybe I do want it to be bigger angle, but more like this. It's a really wobbly foot. I guess I need to tighten the bolt. That should be tight enough. Yeah. It still kind of feels like it's not stepping right. Maybe it does need to come more forward. Whichever direction that was on this. That way? I think the leg might be extending a little too soon. But this is how I was doing it with the piston. Unless I need this... Unless I do need the sink. That's the opposite of what I want you to do. Why does it seem like every time I tweak a setting, it's now doing the opposite of what it was doing before? Kind of. It's kind of doing. I think now I just need it to be, like, a wider angle. So it's not stepping back enough. Go back more. No, the other way. Wait, not 0.5. Try that. Again, now I changed it, and now it seems like it's moving backwards. And foot up, foot out. It may work. You know what? Maybe if I tighten. What if I tighten your range? So it's not going so straight when it brings the leg out. It's still not moving how I want it to. It's like the timing is wrong, but it's... Did I try a 1 second sync? It's going backwards again. Okay. That could work. But you know, I'm honestly getting really tired of trying to get this style of leg to work. Like I said, I am not cut out for this kind of trial and error. I think it is just the fact that it is not something I can visualize, so it's not something I understand how changing each setting is going to work out. So I really am just taking shots in the dark here. Whereas, like, you know, if I were, like, making a plane in Simple Planes, you know, the game Simple Planes, like, I'm not a plane engineer, but at least, you know, the game gives you, in its tutorial, it gives you enough of an understanding of, like, okay, well, you need the weight to be distributed like this. You know, you need it to be, like more back, and then, you know, you need your center of lift to be good. And, you know, you need thrust. So if the plane starts flipping over, it's like, oh, it's a balance issue. If it's not getting off the ground, it's like, oh, well, maybe it needs more thrust. But this is just like, I don't know, it's not moving right. But I can't really put my finger on how it's not moving right. And I don't know how to, like what setting do I change to get it to stop doing the wrong thing? Let me bring back the Monty legs. Let me mash the rewind button until we get there. Or maybe I should just make them from scratch. Rebuild them from scratch, because then I'm probably gonna end up rebuilding them anyway, because, like, I mean, just look at it. It's popsicle sticks. But okay, let's pretend it does look good. Let's keep building on this. Let me build a place for me to sit. You know, a center of operations. Trying to figure out where I want to send that bubble. You can go right there. Okay, not how I want you to move. Okay. I'm gonna make... At this rate, I should just save this as an item. Make that. And then corner edit. No. Like that. There. Copy. Nope. Not like that. Okay. So just like I was doing before, I can have this as a quick way of grabbing 4 different switches. So I basically have 4 different controls here. This is another thing that would be way, way easier in Little Big Planet 2. They have a device for it. Is it hooked up? I can't tell. Okay, it's hooked up. So now when I press down, it walks, kind of, sort of. Why is it working worse now? Did the sink get thrown off? So I'm scratching my nose while I think about this. Also, I do want to put in a camera so I can see better. Oh, don't fall off. Come on, get in there. Get in there. There. I think maybe the weight distribution is off. Or maybe the way the bolts wobble is different. What? Why can't I move you? Yeah, get out of the way. So what did I have the angle? Yeah, it should just be that. And I need to glue this back in place. Lost my tail. Should still work. See, it's like the back leg is pushing me away. And now this one's wrong again. Stop! Like, that's gotta be some kind of glitch. I did not realize Little Big Planet 1 had such annoying glitches like that. I knew we had Thek and Thak and, you know, the skeleton skin glitch. I didn't know wobble bolts were such a pain in the butt. Hope if I could see to tweak the wobble bolt from without having to unbolt things. I almost wonder if I can invert this. Like, instead of having the wobble bolt up at the top of the leg, have it be the knee. That would look really stupid, though, I think. As if this didn't already look incorrect. Okay, I've had enough of wobble bolts. Wobble bolts are failing me today. We can revisit the idea of making like a proper walking mech if I ever do Little Big Planet 2. No, not the whole thing. Don't take away the whole thing. For now, give it up. Let's just roll. Still do wood. I don't really know how I want to do this, because I was mostly thinking about what design I wanted when I thought about it walking. Maybe I can just like Metal Gear music again. Wait, that sprung. Motor bolt. Speed 4. And then we could put this on. See, I had a plan of like, I wanted it to walk. And then it was going to be like, oh, look. And then don't put the glue that on. Get it to walk and be like, oh, look, it walks. But how do we get it to walk and then also do weapons? I had a plan. I guess I could still execute that plan. I could still do that. So let me undo gluing that so I can copy. I don't know if you can tell what I'm thinking, but I'm thinking I want to make this look better. No, not unbolt, just delete the whole thing. You unbolt. I may end up having to invert this, but it's fine. Cross that bridge when we come to it. I guess I gotta move these down. Okay, I could put that back on. I like how it can still tilt the camera even though it's stuck in front view because of the front view setting. I did not need the wheels for this one or the bolts, because I just wanted to copy it and then, well, maybe the wheel can help. See if I do that. I don't know if it's going to hitch on itself, but it's fine. Let me just make sure it's working right before I copy it. Get in there. It's going the wrong way, but at least it moves. I did not glue the wheels to the base. That's good enough for me. Wait, hang on. I'll do the gluing first. 4 is still kind of slow. Let's double that. And then we glue it all together. And then we could just pretend like these are legs, but they just are it's in tank mode. What are you doing? I guess I didn't hook the switch up. Just because it copied doesn't mean it copied the switch connections. Did I get that? Did I? No, it's connected. There we go. It's connected. And not running on its own. There. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I mean, it's very basic. Anyone can make this. But it's neat as a basis for what's going to be built on top of it. I should move the camera. Because I gotta modify the body. Because I need room for the arms. So let me just bring the camera back up. But what I also need room for is, so often when you make a mech, you build a way to get into it, and usually said way to get in is not through a hole on the side that you can just jump in and out of. Usually there's a door. And funky music. See, if this were Little Big Planet 2, I would just take this splitter tool and I would split a part of the wood off. But because it's not, I'll just take this. Because this is probably considered the hard way. I never claimed to be efficient. And I can glue this back together. So bring this up here. So I'm going to do the opposite of what I did before, where it's like, make it in its most extended position, Because I wanted to automatically have the smallest... well, no, it didn't do that. There. And then I'm going to just get an estimate of there. Actually, now that I think about it, I think there was... I think grid squares do translate to a set distance in the length for piston settings. Well, I was gonna go back out and see. Oh, it's already on 2.6. Well, I guess if 0 is 1 grid square, that's not very helpful. Maybe it didn't translate. But okay, anyway. Turn the grid back off again. Could copy this. And then one for up here. But see, the thing is, if I just put that there... Also, don't forget to make it stiff. Like, I can get in, and I can hang on to this, and the door comes down. But you see, it just keeps going. And, like, that's you know, it's nice and sealed, but it relies on me holding it for the correct amount of time. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if I know how to make what I wanted to make. I think I do. I think I know. So, we're about to make what is known as logic. A thing I think a lot more people need to a lot more people need to be aware exists. Logic. So this is going to house the logic. And then, now that I think about it, I don't know what materials people used when they would make their logic pieces like this. I guess I'll just go with wood. That should be fine. Wait. Glass. I want the pieces to be made of glass, because that way they just slide around. And then one more glass piece. Wait, no, hang on. Have these start here, because for again, piston, make it retract to 0. And there. So when it'd be flipper motion out, I think. I don't know if any of this stuff matters when it's set to flipper. Flipper motion out. Don't forget to make it stiff. Okay, let's see what it does. They're opposite to each other. Why? Oh, because this is set to in. Yeah, out. Kind of missed some steps there. Anyway. But I should be able to put these here now, because now that they know what they're doing. And then we hook this up to these. And then set on it a nice key card. I'm trying to figure out how I want to make this nice. It doesn't have to look nice, but I want it to look nice. So I'm going to do this. So that I can put... Okay, yeah, grid's on. Put it there. Nice and cleanly. And this is what will activate. It will... Direction. That should be correct. But this... Didn't realize I had to delete the connection first. This. That's not quite right. It is the correct idea. Also, let me... I think it'll be fine. This should be... It doesn't like directional. One shot? So that should make it that if I grab it and hold it, it'll still only do one flipper motion for the flippers. It closed without me in it. Oops. I think that should just be... Make that backwards. There. So now, when I grab it, it's a little delayed. Why is it not working in inverse? It's stuck? You're made of glass! Also, I shouldn't leave it off screen. I need to see it working, you know, to troubleshoot it and stuff. Oh, oh, so there's still, okay, so the speed does matter. I need them to retract back to their positions as soon as possible, so that when the key slides over to them, they're already in their retracted position, and they don't do that again. Yeah. Look at that. Neat. I remembered how to make a toggle switch. I'm way too amused with that. Door open, door close. Door open, door close. See, that's the kind of thing I can do. See, figuring out how to synchronize joints to bend and in and out to walk, that's nebulous to me. But this I can figure out. Because I can watch it work and then figure out from there what the problem, you know, I can diagnose instead of just be like, well, the sink is wrong, so I just gotta figure out the right sink. It's break time. I'm gonna go on break, and then when we come back, we'll make weapons, arms and stuff, and make it look more robotic. Probably. Can't believe it took me an hour to get here. Okay, we're back. Let me get the music back on. Took a second to get started there. I don't know what was going on. Okay. So we can get in and out of the mech. So now I can actually do this. I might actually want to make that taller, but yeah, it is fine for now. Don't grab the wire. I'm gonna duplicate this. We can glue that down. So we swoosh that down. Maybe I do want to make it taller. Let's do like that. Actually, wait, that's... I just realized how that lets me glue this in place. Wait, did I glue it to this? I don't want to glue it to that. And that'll be fine if I just let it do whatever. I kind of need a loading dock. I kind of need a platform I can stand on to get in. There we go. So now I can just drive away. Is there preview mode? Oh yeah, that's a Little Big Planet 2 thing. Okay, we just gotta do with the wires. Sounds like the music stops. I don't know why I rolled along for so long. It's playing the Battle on the Ice, I think. The longest song in the game. Yeah, Battle on the Ice. This comes from some movie, I think. Is that where that stops at? No, it goes like 2 more squares higher. Wait, okay. I want to give it a head. I guess we'll keep making it out of wood, I don't know. I actually want to give it a light. Because that would look cool. Dobbits, lights. It's basically just going to have it be there. Copy this. Smoosh it over. And make it blue. Foggy radius. Huh? I didn't know you could do that. Again, Little Big Planet 1. More glitchy than I remember. Shadows? Foggy light with shadows. No, I don't need shadows. Just be foggy light. You can be brighter than it. Maybe it doesn't need all that much radius. There. Okay, now let's see what it looks like when I get in. Oh, okay. See it glitching again. Cool. Okay, now let's give it arms. Although I'm kind of bothered by how these look. It makes me want to do something about it. This version still sounds weird. It's like slower. I didn't realize they changed the speed with this song at any point. Also, this, yeah, that's still round. I kind of want to square it because the rest of everything is squared. Turn this block into a square-shaped block. Okay. So now, I'm gonna make arms. Also out of wood. Also squared. We're committing to squares now. Okay, but then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete the corners so it's not a cross. It is a shield. So then I'm gonna end up gluing this here. Well, not gluing, we'll bolt it. Man, this part sounds kind of terrifying when it's at its normal speed. Oh, wait, I wanted to do it like this. Because it's going to straighten its arm when we fire. So I actually want it to be like this. Didn't mean to do that on purpose, but you know what? Just roll with it. It works. So what if I do like that? Yeah, looks kind of stupid. It's fine. I'm gonna duplicate this. Cut off the tail. Thinking about the fact that this is going to be wobble bolts. Trying to figure out how do I want these to bend. Hang on. It's another thing that's bothering me. Better. No, it's gonna get covered up anyway when the lid closes, but so let's see. So you're like that. And maybe you'll be like that. I think this is backwards. did not help. Just like that. No! Why are you my arch nemesis, wobble bolts? Fine. What about that angle? You like that angle? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna hook this up to the front wire for now. Oh, wait. I can't see it. I can't see it! Oh, I grabbed it. I grabbed the wrong thing. Where are you? Did I not put a... Okay. Huh. I didn't know you could grab the wire and tweak it from the wire. I just need to make sure these get bolted back on, right? I don't know why I said these. It's one arm. You're going the wrong way. One of these days I'm going to get squished by that. Okay. So you may notice there was no weapon. Whoop. Don't. Not what I wanted. I also wonder if I could get that lower? Yeah, I could totally get that lower. No, wait, undo that. So I need to glue this back in place first. Then move that down. And it messed up the angle. Cool. Did I have it like that? Yeah. So now we get in. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, but it still does not have a weapon. You may have realized. No weapon. That's fine. We can build one. That's the point. Sorry, I may have bumped the mic, scratching my face. So this is actually really easy. And then I stop and think about it. But I'm trying to think, like, how do I want to set this up? So the obvious answer is emitter. And now that I think about it, I'm not even going to do anything with a back arm because I did not set this up to have enough switches. And yes, I realize I'm only using 3 of them right now. I have a plan. I have a plan for the 4th. And it is not a second arm. So I kind of just want to duplicate the whole mech. Why not? You know, to draw a circle, first you draw a realistic face. And then you delete all the features. This is still battle on the ice, by the way. It's still going. It's almost done, but it's still going. There, that should avoid disrupting anything. I just realized how this is just a nub. It's not a cannon or anything like this is gonna be. Like this arm. This is just a nub. So why don't I add like excuse me. There, now it's a hand. That makes the cannon look stupid by comparison, because now it's like, well, what's that other thing? It's just a nub. Sure, let's go with that. Okay, so the other thing I want, I'm gonna copy something like this, but not quite. I'll take this, and I'll change the key colors just to make sure they don't interfere with each other. Just wondering. Would I have that at? Okay. I actually set this up wrong. I set this one up wrong. Like the switch should be here, so that I can more tightly control the radius. In fact, why don't I do that? Like, I can change it. It is in my power to change it. Why don't I change it? There. So now I can more tightly control this. That should be enough, hopefully. Oh, yeah, Atlas. Or Battles, or which it... No, it's Atlas. I don't know if you can hear it yet. I hear the drums. Why is this messed up? What? Why is this not on grid? Okay, so that should have updated the maximum length. Set the minimum length. Timing definitely needs to not be 0.1 second. 4? No. How about 3? Because I want it to coincide with these. Why is there pause? You don't need pause. Maybe I'll make it a little slower. I need the switch again. Oh, right. That's going to be... Wait, no. I think I do need it on directional. Set it... What do you mean, no? It's telling me no. Okay, let's try this again. Plop that down to 0. 5. It is stiff. Flipper motion, no. Oh, that was the... I left it on flipper motion, didn't I? That was the problem. Wait. I was going to test it out. This is also set incorrectly, isn't it? Yeah, you need to be on off. Okay, I'm going to set this to emit something not dangerous at first. Oh, sliding off. Okay. It shoots something now. I was waiting to do this. I was waiting to see if this would work. It's like, can I get it to, like, straighten its arm first? And then shoot? Blind follow. Well, thank you. How you doing, Milko? And I believe I can, yes, set this to be bombs. Set its projectile speed, I don't know, 10. Linear velocity, 10. Frequency, as much as you can pump. Lifetime, can I do infinite? Infinite. Max emitted, infinite. Max emitted at once. Cannot set that to infinite. Actually, maybe I don't want frequency of that. Maybe just... Because it should be more like a pew, pew, pew kind of thing, not a stream of constant bombs. Okay, here you are. I don't care what you do. All that knows that I love you. Well, thank you. Yep, slip down. Okay, let me test this out again. Still did not get squished when going in. That's good. Extend, and then... Pew! Not as exciting as I thought it'd be. Maybe I should up the frequency. Or maybe not. Maybe that's perfect. So now we can roll. We can shoot. Maybe I do want to make that a little faster. You know, that the extension of the arm. It is a little underwhelming. And I can climb out. Anyone who streams Little Big Planet deserves a follow. Especially the first one. I can't imagine anyone's live with this right now, honestly. Hey, wait, was it? Why is that squished all the way over the... That's probably me. I probably did that not thinking. There, stay there. Let's do 1.5 for frequency, and then this, you can be 2 seconds. And then wait, you can also be, you can be 2.5. So that should get things started a lot faster now. Hop on in. Still did not get squished. There's a bit of delay on the emitter, but that's fine, I guess. Was I a level creator back in the day? Not really. I tried, but I was not good at it. Yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool. I'm satisfied with this. I'm not satisfied with the fact that I could not, for the life of me, get any form of actual legs working on this thing. But rolling is just as good. I'm realizing now just how extremely difficult making a walking mech is in Little Big Planet 1 specifically. So I will concede that I'm stuck to legs. I was going to try to move my arm. I can't do that while floating. Stuck to legs. Or stuck to wheels. I can't do legs. But I'm fine with that. It's no problem. Okay, so last thing I wanted to do First, I need to get these out of the way. I want it to be able to jump. Kind of like the jump tank. May I plan on PS3? Yep. The game, or the console, does not seem to like my disc. Sometimes I put it in, and it just refuses to acknowledge that the disc is in. So sometimes it can be a pain starting it up. Okay, so I don't want to overlap the door. Be very careful about that. Let's see. You know what? That should actually be fine on its own. Maybe I can do a little like that. It'll be fine. I want to try to fit 2 rockets there. Look at a front view so I can see better. Okay. It's moving weird. What are you doing, Rocket? Okay, that works. The kissing sound. I never thought of it as that before. And so it's like, oh yeah, it's the squishy sound when you squish glue together. Yeah. You know, it's like a... I am making my objects kiss. And making them stay like that. Actually, now that I think about it, I kind of want this piece to not be connected to the torso, like have it be its own thing. What song is playing? Is this... okay. This song just has a... oh, never mind. My headphones disconnected. That's why I couldn't hear anything. Love these headphones. They... 0 issues. Especially not when I forget to charge them. Oh, wait. I genuinely thought there was just a bit of silence in that song. I don't think I needed to make it shaped like that, but it'll work. Yeah, okay. Nope. Honestly, if I do more create mode stuff, I really should just put Little Big Planet 2 in. These the small bugs that I did not realize this game had are kind of driving me crazy. What are you stuck on? Oh, right, it's grid mode. Okay. Now that you're smooth. So this should be thin. If I make that thick. And there we go. Be a whole lot easier if I was playing a Little Big Planet 2 and I had to... huh? Be a lot easier if I was playing Little Big Planet 2 and I had the cut tool. Oh, wait, there we go. And now I can just copy, like this. I'll go back on the grid. It actually is going to bother me if I don't have these spaced the same amount of distance. It's 5 squares, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to make the radius a little bigger. Plug into the rockets. Are you on off? Yes. I will make you blue. And I'm going to have this actually be... Well, no, its position is fine, but this should be... Maybe 4? Would that be good? It'll be a flipper. It'll flip out and then slowly retract back in. And that should let the rockets be on for a few seconds and then be on cooldown for a few seconds. And then all I need to do is, by some miracle, grab the wire to this grab switch that is back here that I can't see. Oh, yeah, I guess it did say by some miracle. No pun intended, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna make my own miracle happen here. I'm just gonna rip this off. And then I want to set it to one shot. Put it back. There. Now, question of whether it's gonna lift the mech and do a nice jump arc. Dunno. Also, I have not saved since I went on break, so let me make sure I've saved. Honestly, this has got to be the coolest mech I've ever made. Like, I have not made very cool mechs, but this one is actually kind of cool. Okay, so weapons. Still kind of slow to get firing, but I don't know, I guess midders are just quirky like that. We could roll, and then whoosh. Not enough rockets. Okay. Shame that I can't post this public. Yeah. I mean, I'm a little bit more sad I can't revisit my old levels. Because my PlayStation's hard drive was actually accidentally formatted. So I lost the stuff locally, but I still had it, you know, upload. I had whatever I uploaded, but that's gone now too, so. You know, let's crank the rockets. They're only gonna be blasting for a little bit. Whoa! Okay. It's too much. You pay $300 to play your old Naruto level. If only it were that simple. If only it was as simple as just like, hey, I'll pay you to turn the servers back on. Like, I don't know. They probably have deleted the data, which is the real sad part. I almost want to make this slower. I don't know if that's going to help. Was it just Little Big Planet 1 servers, or is Little Big Planet 2 also down? Okay, I think I need some front rockets. Or to make these face more upward. So all it's doing is making me fall over. All of them? No! I was hoping I could at least revisit my Little Big Planet 2 stuff. Because I made this Zelda-themed level that was like the forest from Skyward Sword. I was so hoping I could see that again, because that's probably my best level. It wasn't very good, but it was probably my best one. Like I even did the scorpion boss that they moved to the desert area, but it was in the forest in the demo. Even 3? Ah, man. I'm apparently committing to having the, excuse me, the rockets face the way that they do. Let's see if 5 helps. So weaker, but for longer? It might help get on the platform. Nope. I like how I was able to hear it, though. Clunk. And you can see the wire moving back in place, too. Okay. I'm accepting now. We need upward thrust. Yeah. Yeah, it needs one under. I will do 2 small ones, because I'm pretty sure the size doesn't actually change the strength. I just realized this is the version of this song that has the lyrics. This playlist is inaccurate, apparently. It's supposed to be the Little Big Planet OST, but this is not this song as it appears in this game, which feels misleading. That's why Battle on the Ice sounded weird, is because it's not the version that's in this game. They don't look like they're lined up. Have that almost cranked up. Secret crotch rockets. Oh wait, I need those plugged in too. Still not enough. Let me try turning these down a little bit, because maybe they're strong enough to give me enough, like, forward thrust, and then I have the upward on these. No. Okay, how about instead of them being secret crotch rockets, they are less discreet, whatever you call the underside of your leg rockets. Do I want to do by 3s? I'll just do by 2s. Get another pair. So that's another thing I remember from Little Big Planet 2, and it's not in this game, is you could grab the wire and then just copy it. Okay, so you should be the one on the front wire. Nope. Come on. Do I have any emo outfits? Nope. Not just to be clear, not that I think there's anything wrong with that. Just like, nope, not me. Why can't I put... Wait, rocket? Why won't you go in spot? What's wrong with you? Fine. Oh, right. That's not fully... Okay. There. That should be lined up. Now if I just get it to go straight up. Thumbsticks are tricky like this because... Oh, yep. See, I'm getting a little bit of sideways. Okay. Okay, let me take it out of front view again. The door closed. And jump! Nice dodge roll. You know what? I'm gonna be sneaky. These aren't even gonna be the real rockets. Are they the same? Because what I'm gonna actually do, this might work. Have these ones be weaker. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should carry it forward. Or just do a roll again, I don't know. Or almost fall forward, but then not? Okay, I definitely need them not lasting so long. So let me turn this back down. Yeah, I don't think size of the rocket matters. Also, I think I have this backwards. These should be maxed. And then the other ones... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... should be weaker. And then I can turn these ones back up. And maybe that would help. I did kind of think that this was going to be another one of those things that was going to be easier than it actually ended up being. Oh yeah, still not strong enough. So it does need more central lift. Did not mean to drag this selection. Come on down, lead. Turn the side ones off and try. These ones? Still not enough thrust. Am I floating or not? I can't tell. So it does need the full power of these to get off the ground to begin with. But now it's not going forward. I need one like point it forward. Stop grabbing the wire. Looks less cool now. I knew I was gonna get squished by that part, just apparently not how. Make you stronger? You're still turned off, right? Get in there. Okay, maybe it's too strong. Maybe that's the problem. Hang on, I'm gonna sneeze. Thank you. Let's try that. I definitely feel like I need a counter-rotational thing. Like, if it's pushing me from here, and I'm going around like this, I need something, like, over here to push the other way. But I also kind of just want to give up on making it jump. It's a silly idea anyway. I'll keep the thing on the back though. That looks cool. I almost want to change it to like a missile pack or something. But you know, you can't exactly make. I mean, well, you can. You can make guided missiles, but I don't know how to make guided missiles. So they would just go straight and then something. They find their own path, make their own destiny. There, that looks a little more complete without anything else there. But I still need something for my fourth input to do. And I still don't really want to make another arm, because I don't really need it. I got an idea. A balloon. I mean, that sure would get me up. I don't know about forward. I think I want like a ladder. You know, something that can help me get up and in, and then the toggle can be to retract it so you won't flip. I don't know how that would, like, I'm seeing your logic, but I don't know how I would implement it. I'm also not sure how I'm implementing my idea, because wobble bolts have not been my friend tonight, so I don't want to do that. Just like a chain of wobble bolts. But, like, I can't think of anything else that would retract. You know, that would make a path that I could climb up, and then I can hit a button and retract it. I sure am thinking, though. My brain is doing a thing. I'm imagining this, like, this part comes out, and then this part comes down, and then I can grab it to toggle it to go up, but then it gets squished. I'm also imagining, like how the monster truck works. I sure do miss being able to collapse categories. I like how much the thermometer jumps. So something like this, but then I can hit a switch. Oh, I can't. I can't demonstrate, but I can hit a switch and have it like come back up and then have this part come down in. But I don't think I could do that. I also wonder, what if I just gave it rockets that only made it go up? And then I, like, lean to control the jump, but I don't think the game can do that. Yeah, you're probably right. Well, while I think about it, let me change the aesthetics of this, because it shouldn't be made of wood. It should be made of Metal Gear Solid metal. Because that's the coolest metal. Normally I would color this with stickers, but I don't really have a color I want to make it. I'll just leave it the default green. Oh, I see that back there. I can't reach it. I could see it. I could see the thing. There. Now, please go back in place. Thank you. Oh, and it glued to the claws too. Cool. Maybe I shouldn't make the whole thing out of the same material, though. Maybe I'll do gecko skin for, like... there? I don't know. Sure. Let's stick with that. I'm sure the wheels can stand to be gecko material. Looks cool, thank you. I could swear that in Little Big Planet 2, gecko skin is considered a rubber, but I guess it's metal in this game. Did you hear that? Might be a little hard to hear over the music. Or at least I'm having trouble hearing it, but... So the obvious thing about metal is that when it lands, it makes a big clang. But from what I'm hearing... You can't hear the music? I swear I have my desktop audio playing. Yeah. It's making like a rubber noise. Maybe they did change it to rubber in Little Big Planet 2. But it's here in the metal category. Oh, it doesn't actually say like if it's rubber or anything. There's also gecko skin edge. What's the difference? Oh, okay. Looks more like tires. I like this better. Yeah, so this might be miscategorized. Oh, falling off. Oh, I did not want to grab the lid. I'm just rolling until I think of another thing I want to do. I guess I could add sound effects. I totally forgot to do that when I was building vehicles last time. Does it shoot anything? Yep, it shoots bombs. They're not pies. They were made in a bomb factory. They're bombs. Oh, shoot. I gotta grab the switch again. There, I think that's it. I can't really hear it. Hang on. Why are you stuck? What the heck? Come on, man. Also, let me move the whole thing so that it stops dropping every time. You can just start on the ground. There we go. Don't know why I got stuck. Well, I have a hunch. Is that the enclosure, I guess? It's too close. And then we shoot bombs. It's too bad I can't, like, make it make a noise every time it shoots. I know how I could do that, but I just don't want to do that. At least I think this game has, like, you could set a sound effect to play when something gets created. Okay, so, it's neat and all, but what good is a tank if you've got nothing to shoot with it? So I'm literally just gonna make a bunch of cardboard people to shoot. Can I make guess I gotta go back to sound effects. On destruction. Now, I'll put it on the head, because you shoot them in the head, and that means they're dead. Shouldn't really matter what layer they're on. I think the explosion will get them no matter what. Put that guy there to test that theory. But then, they'll start fighting back. And they'll have a tank. It won't shoot anything, because our mech is made of metal. It's not going to do anything. But they can have a tank. Stop doing that. Yeah, that looks like a tank. In my head, I imagined this part being like the exciting climax of the Making the Mech series. One stream that's apparently a series. You're not sure. I'll just leave it. I'll leave it there where it decided to slide to. But I can't really imagine ways to make this more exciting without being more advanced. Okay, put some more people down though. Just gonna make sure they don't fall over when I hit play. But they can go flying after I shoot them, that's fine. They can go wherever they want. I guess I could put up, like, a wall or something. And then I have to shoot through it. And then we'll put their war supplies, which is a bunch of these. Oh, hang on. Nope. Go to cursor. And then one final building to blow up. It'll be their enemy base. Make a big tower. And then, like, base. I'm thinking too much. I think I'm thinking not enough. In fact, I can make this out of out of Metal Gear Solid cardboard. Make it look a little more fancy. Not the people, though. That'd be weird. Okay. I haven't saved in a while, so I'll save. I'm gonna change the song, but you know what, whatever. It's fine. Come on down, lid. And then hang on. Let me fix the camera. It's centered on me a little too much. There. Tweak the camera, so I'm gonna save the tweak. That's more like it. This song. Okay, he didn't die, but that's fine. I'll get him later. I don't have a way to go backwards. Oops. Nope. It's fine. I'll just run him over. My wheels are stuck again. Cool. Start over. Get out of the... Wait for it to keep finished there. Just a smidge. Just a smidge should be enough. And now I need to just come out of front view so I can grab the other side. So those wheels don't get stuck, but then I want them to go front again. So I know where I'm lining things up. There. Get in there. Not as exciting as I thought it would be. And I'm already missing a guy. He's just gonna get dragged along. There is no way to push him in the way of my cannon. I think I know what I want the other switch to do. Roll me backwards. If I can think of a way to do that. See, if I could... Actually, I can kind of... I don't know how reliable it would be. I think there is a way I can make my mech go forward or backwards. This is going to be the grand finale. Can I hook this up to go forward or backwards? And I'm going to put it at the top of these. I think I can do this. If I go into the right page for things. 3-way switches allow you to do exactly what I want to do. Why did I grab that part? Why can't I move it? What the heck? I kind of need to move it to be able to do what I want to do. That is so weird. Okay, fine. I don't know if it'll matter. Actually, let me set this up first. I believe I've seen people do this. Is it connecting? I don't know if that could... that did not connect. There, that, I believe, connected. This part looks a little asymmetrical. Let me try to fix that. Not that part. There. I don't like this platform. Okay. I guess it was connected to the platform. Let me start this over. Apparently I couldn't move it because of the grid. Just another thing to add to the list of things I didn't realize was a problem in this game. Yeah, it's counting the part that is not a part of the lever. That's kind of stupid. Like, it's a part that doesn't exist. Yeah, I want to nudge that over just a smidge. And nudge you out a smidge. Okay. I don't want to go to 0 here because that might break the switch. Let's set these to go to 2. And then I'm going to take one of the switches off of this. Put on one of the chains. Or winches. And I just remembered you need to delete the connections before you replace them. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I also can't see them. Ah! Oop. Don't roll the wheel away. This is definitely giving me a newfound level of respect for the people who could make cool things in the Little Big Planet 1. It was not easy. I didn't know if I wasn't sure if it did both. Okay. That should be correct. Should be the correct settings. Now I've got to do what I did before. Move that over. I got the switch off. Wait. What do you connect it to? Oh, it's still connected to the blue. Then I won't do that. I'll just take the thing off the blue. And I'll delete the blue because I don't need it anymore. Oh, you set the what? One shot, aren't you? Should both be directional. If I can find the one that does the wheels. I think that's the correct one. Unless I just grab this one. But I think I just grabbed it through the wire, so it should be the right one. Yeah, I can't tweak it through the wire. At least not this wire. Yeah, whatever. You can step there. Okay, so it doesn't move now. Get in. It's Tough and Young again. Is this the correct version? Yeah, the instrumental version. It's kind of weird that they're both in here, but... Okay, I need to see what the Switch is doing. Let me just adjust the camera so it just... Oh, it won't. Okay, I'll move the Switch. It's all one piece. It'll be fine. Are they pulling the wrong directions? Is that the problem? Oh. Wait. No, that shouldn't be a problem. As long as I, like... I can set this to be way longer so it has slack to pull. Because it's not going to push. Oh. Okay. Should you be inverted? Now the other one. There. Ah, it's not. Oh, wait, it's... This needs to be directional. Now it should work. Down makes me go forward. And back makes me go back. Yeah! Okay, now let me get this out of the way. And that way we can finally blow up all the people. I'm gonna make these things closer. Because they're different colors. They shouldn't interfere with each other. Finally. Let's go blow people up. Direct hit. Hang on, I just got an idea. I'm gonna tweak this. To max emit it at once, 1. And lifetime infinite, so it should, if I set its frequency to, like, as fast as it'll go, I think that should allow it to... Oh. I thought there was a setting... No, I have to let go of it. I thought there was a setting that lets me, like, if I do max emit it at once 1, it only shoots 1, and then waits till that one blows up. That might be a setting in Little Big Planet 2? Unless max emitted period is... There it is! There's me getting squished by the door. It finally happened. 1. And that's all you get. Yep, forever. Okay, that's what I thought. I can set it to whatever. It looks like its frequency isn't so high that it's like a stream of bombs. Yeah, that's fine. Well, maybe I'll make it a little slower. Close that menu so it saves that, and then save. Oh, hang on, I missed a guy. Back up. Oh, there's the body. All that survived was his head. Well, not for long. Can I just roll over you? Well, whatever. So on the one hand, it doesn't feel like the cannon is enough of a cannon. On the other hand, it feels like where I'm aiming is way too far off the screen. Nope, stop landing on me, tank. I gotta blow you up. I like that the Metal Gear Solid music is playing for this. They got me backed against the wall. I don't know what broke. I heard something break. I'm pushing him back. I was kind of hoping that my wheels would be big enough that I could just roll over the rubble. I wouldn't have to blow up everything in my path. That may be a problem when we hit the wall. That's fine. Is that seriously not getting the wall? There we go. Knock, knock. There we go. Oh, no! It's fine if we go backwards. Come on. No! No! Okay, wait. I don't have to be a doofus about this. No! Okay. Don't have to be a doofus about this. Anyway, wait, no, back up first. Don't fall over again. I don't know what I expected from that, but I don't know if I expected more or less than that. I think I did expect a little more than that. Okay. Now let me back up and blow up that piece of scrap. Get out of the way. Okay, I'm gonna do something a little silly. Scooch it forward, and then roll back. No, not quite. No, a little too far back. There we go. Now for the enemy base with a few enemies in it. Scoot back a little bit. I'm gonna blow up the tower. It's a weapons silo. We need to destroy it. Yeah, there we go. Oh, now it's unglued. It's gonna slide. The pieces are just gonna keep sliding and bouncing around. But we have achieved victory. The mech works. It doesn't walk like I wanted it to. It doesn't jump like I wanted it to. But it works. It moves forward and backwards. It shoots. And I can open and close the door. I actually did, like, plan on making a back-mounted missile pack for it that would, like, extend. Like, it would open up. Or not open, it would come up over the head of the mech and then start firing missiles. Not the head coming up, dude. Fire. Let's keep blowing up the scraps. And this is another stream that I did not anticipate taking 3 hours, but it took 3 hours. But I'm not complaining. Next time is definitely something I am not expecting to take 3 hours. Given how this has gone, I don't expect it to be easy. But once I figure it out, it shouldn't take 3 hours. 2 maybe. But I actually know how to make the thing I want to make next time, so it should work. Can you get out of my way, please? Let's roll all the way to the wall. Like, I know I am a little slow, but let's just make our way to the other end of the level. Dragging all the pieces with us. No, I want to blow them up. If this were Little Big Planet 2, I absolutely know how I would make a targeting reticle. It's like the easiest thing ever. But this is not Little Big Planet 2, so I can't do that. Like, I do love Little Big Planet 1's, like, general feel. But yeah, now I'm realizing how much I strongly prefer the create mode in Little Big Planet 2. It almost makes me wonder how I would feel about Little Big Planet 3's create mode if I took the time to learn the stuff that it has. Crunch. You know, something I didn't try when I was making legs, I didn't try making a 4-legged mech. Which I'm pretty sure I've made one of those before. I'm pretty sure that is way easier than making a 2-legged mech. So maybe I should have done that. And, you know, obviously easier to balance because it has legs on all sides. So you don't need it to stay upright. It's just going to be upright. There's the wall. Shoot it down! Left Bank 2. What a song to end on. But yeah, considering my struggles to get even this to work, I'm not gonna be like, oh, hang on, wait a second, let me try to make the 4 legs. Like, no, I don't think I could do it. So I'm gonna end it here. Thanks for watching. See you Monday. We're gonna do something different, but still create mode. Bye.